Imagine leaving your entire life behind, permanently swapping your human body for a 10-foot-tall blue alien, and finally finding absolute peace. Only for your toxic ex-bosses to show up from space and literal-mindedly burn your new home to the ground. Welcome back to Filmxin, and today we are diving into Avatar: The Way of Water. Over a decade after defeating the Sky People, Jake Sully isn't just a chief anymore, he's a father of four. We've got Neteyam, the responsible oldest son, Loak, the rebellious second son with a permanent chip on his shoulder, Tuk, the innocent youngest, and Kiri, their adopted daughter who was mysteriously born from Grace's empty avatar body. Life is good, until the stars align in the worst way possible. The Sky People are back, and this time they aren't just here for rocks. Earth is dying, and they want to colonize the entire planet. Leading the charge is an old ghost, Colonel Quaritch. Yes, he died in the first movie, but his memories were backed up and downloaded into a brand new, genetically engineered Na'vi avatar body. And he has one objective: hunt down Jake Sully. Jake runs a brilliant guerrilla warfare campaign against the human supply lines, but during a massive train raid, his kids get reckless and nearly get captured by Quaritch's elite squad. Realizing that his family is the primary target, Jake makes a heartbreaking executive decision. To protect the Metkayina clan, he steps down as chief. The Sullys pack up their banshees and flee across the ocean to find a place where the Sky People can't track them. They arrive at the Eastern Ocean, home to the Metkayina Reef Clan, led by Tonawari and his fierce pregnant wife, Ronal. These reef Na'vi are physically different, adapted for swimming with wider tails, thicker forearms, and lighter skin. They reluctantly grant the Sullys sanctuary, but adapting isn't easy. The Sully kids are treated like outcasts, mocked for having demon blood because of their human-derived five-fingered hands. While Neteyam tries to stay perfect, Loak gets bullied, tricked, and left outside the safe reef zones to be eaten by a massive sea predator. He's saved at the last second by Payakan, a Tulkun, which is basically a highly intelligent, emotional, whale-like creature. Payakan has been exiled by his own kind for past violence, making him and the outcast Loak the ultimate kindred spirits. Through this bond, Loak truly begins to learn the way of water. But peace never lasts when corporate greed is involved. The humans aren't just hunting whales for sport, they are harvesting Amrita, a yellow fluid from the Tulkun brains that completely stops human aging. It's worth a staggering $80 million a vial. To draw Jake out, Quaritch teams up with the whale hunters and starts systematically slaughtering the Tulkun right on the Metkayina's doorstep. When Quaritch corners Payakan, the Sully kids and the chief's children rush in to help, but they play right into a trap. Quaritch captures Loak, Tsureya, and Tuk, binding them to his massive sea vessel. Seeing his family taken, Jake abandons his strategy of hiding. Alongside the furious Metkayina warriors, it's time to go to war. The battle is absolute chaos. Payakan triggers the attack by slamming his massive body directly onto the human vessel. In the heat of the firefight, Neteyam manages to rescue his siblings, but takes a fatal bullet to the chest, dying in his parents' arms. Consumed by pure rage and grief, Jake and Neytiri turn into absolute demons on the battlefield, wiping out the remaining soldiers. The ship begins to sink, trapping Jake and Quaritch inside a flooded metallic maze for one final brutal showdown. Jake defeats Quaritch, leaving him to drown, while Loak uses the calm, breathing techniques of the Water Clan to guide his exhausted father out of the sinking wreckage. Though they survived, the cost was devastatingly high. They bury Neteyam at sea, embedding his spirit into the underwater ancestral tree. Jake realizes they can no longer run from the fight. Pandora is their home, and they will stand their ground. What did you think of this massive visual spectacle? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, right here on Filmxin.